We used to play this game, Truth and Dare. So, I wanted to take the opportunity to say truth, but all my friends used to always push me, no, we have to dare. Like, so I was like,
Yep.
okay, fine, if they want to dare, I'll go and dare. One day they gave me like, and we used to have this Marathi lecture, this thing in Maharashtra. It's a local
Mm-hmm.
Marathi. So they told me that if teacher ask you anything, you have to not answer in Marathi, you have to answer in Hindi or English, and you have to tell her like you translate. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. And that's what I did it. And second day, it was like one of our teacher, her hair used to never move. It used to be very, very, so they all were like, oh, big panty hai. I mean, that she wear big. So you have to go and see in the staff room, So I turned the fan around. And I had to. So and in that time, I was the ASP, that is the president, so-called, of school. So the headmistress, she called my mother. So I was like obviously feeling very bad that, my mom has been called. So she said like, just because your daughter, she is good in studies and everything, but she can't take those things for granted. And that's where I felt that even when you're like, that's where that sensitivity came in, that you need to be sensitive to people. You can have fun still, but somewhere you need to be sensitive. Just because you're in a better position or just by virtue of some talent, you can't really, take advantage of it, or really
Mm-hmm.
not get pushed by the outer noise of the people. You need to have your inner voice. Those
Beautifully said.
dreams have really helped me shape what I am today.
Lovely, absolutely love that, Puja, because two nuggets of advice that especially from the story about your father. I think that's so powerful because it just brings to mind just one analogy. There is much more that you can actually learn when you're at the bottom of a hill than when you're standing at the top of a mountain. And especially with the second one, we have to now start playing pranks on Puja. Thank you so much, Puja, and thank you so much, Ms. Suchi. Thank you so much, Charu, and thank you so much, Kasturi. Joy, my question to you is the same.
I was going to say, would you believe it if I told you I did not have a childhood? Kasturi shocked. No, that was meant to be a shocker. Everybody has a childhood. It's just how we interpret it as good or bad. I do have a very fond memory. The memory that I have is actually at the time when I was in a boarding school. Family had just moved back to India from UK, and I had gone to Woodstock, which is an American international school up in Missouri, north of Delhi. I was just going on to 14, and to be very honest, all the way till I graduated high school at 18, those were 4.5 years of the most beautiful, I would put them as number one period of my life for two reasons. One, you don't have to answer to anybody because there's not nothing, so you're your own keeper. You're really beautiful. Second, that's where everything about the basic simplicity of life, to echo what Kasturi said, values, your purpose, you exist to help somebody else, you learn to collaborate. We used to live in 3-man dorm rooms. So you don't clean your room, you don't help your friend clean your room. The demerit comes to your room and all three of you don't go to town. So I don't want to lose out my chances to go to town. So I clean up for him. So you see, serving, picking up for somebody else. So what I learned very early in life is that I had always thought I was very extroverted as a personality. I had always thought that because I was in school sports, I'm in theater, that I'm an outgoing, gregarious guy. But sitting on a hillside when it's raining and it's damp and your sneakers are wet, your jeans are wet, and you've got leech coming onto you or already sucking your blood out from your ankles, it's a very beautiful experience. You actually learn to be one. There's a saying in English, be one with nature because you're made from nature. Literally, those years, reflection is the word that comes in English. It's actually finding out and understanding that you're one small little atom in the entire cosmos that has been created, whichever way we want to look at it, from a divine power or from a scientific Big Bang theory. That is the moment I go back to a lot. Why I go back to that is because it's grounding. it makes you realize your perspective that when you're looking out, you are part of that centipede legs, 100 little legs, all of which are important if the entire body has to move. So person is very important. That's the bit that I go back to. That's my childhood memory.
No, thank you, Joy. I mean, I think you've just, brought to us the importance of, every moment and aspect of your life from way beyond, back in the day to, what's happening now, what's happened yesterday, and to what's going to happen in the future. They're all a connected experience.
If there was a technology that allows the human being to go back 1 hour ago, we would find the six of us talking in that time span, if you take it as a box, talking exactly those same sentences. If we take ourselves 1 hour forward, we will find the six of us in six different things doing exactly in that same construct what we are meant to do. Now,
correct.
We are at this very present moment here, present, engaging. This is reality. This is the only thing that exists. This is what we can control.
That's true.
That 1 hour ago and that 1 hour to come, you can't do anything with either. And yes, we believe what we are controlling now, will impact that tomorrow. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, actually, you know what? That tomorrow's already been planned, done, dusted, written, and put away.
I so believe in that.
All you can do is put in here and now.
Yep.
And this is mindfulness, presence, being present, etc., 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 whatever we want to call it. But it's simply take this moment, enjoy the company, value the person, acknowledge, appreciate, reciprocate, go away.
Lovely. Love that, Joy. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That was beautiful. My memory. So the memory that comes back to me, I remember I was 6 years old at that time. The reason I remember that I was 6 years old is because I actually started my big school after kindergarten and nursery. So year one was when you were 6 years old in India. And it was raining. And I came back home and I couldn't find my grandfather. And the house had like a big terrace on top. And I couldn't find him, and I was looking out for him. And I was obviously I'm a single child of a single mom, so I was raised with the assistance of my grandparents, my maternal grandparents, who were my two guardian angels before they passed away. And I'd absolutely miss them every single day. But where I couldn't find my grandfather, and he was actually standing out there in the terrace with my first pet, my dog Tony, who lived to be 21, and he was basically standing in the rain, and he had his eyes closed and he was looking up, and I was like, "Grandpa, what are you doing?" And he was like, he just motioned to his lips and he was like, "Shh," and he was like, "Just close your eyes and just look up and just get wet in the rain." That was the first time I actually got wet in the rain, and it's such a therapeutic experience. If you haven't tried it, do it. Get rid of your phones or any other technology that you have in your pocket, which you might feel that it may get destroyed or spoiled. Get wet in the rain. Close your eyes. It has such a therapeutic effect, which I sometimes do. And when it rains, sometimes I do actually try to, if possible, if I'm in a situation where obviously I won't be questioned as to why I'm drenched like a crow, but I mean I do try and go out there and just spread my arms out, close my eyes, look up, and just get wet in the rain. It has that therapeutic effect of basically washing away of a lot of worries, a lot of struggles, a lot of negatives. So that's my memory, and thank you so much, each and every one of you. It's such a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much, ladies. It's been absolutely amazing. Thank you for sharing your own professional perspectives and the personal anecdotes. Loved it. On behalf of Yusuf and I and Create the Edge, Thank you so much for this time.